Take your time, Cash. I see a few hoods around these vans. Sorry, I should explain. Each gang has their, let's just call it, their thing. These guys call themselves the Hoods, but none of that should bother you. As far as you're concerned, they're meat. Okay, on you go.
The Hoods consist of a loose-knit group of common street thugs and hitmen for hire, and are the first gang James Earl Cash encounters. They are unruly and disorganized, purely in the hunt for the financial gain. The Hoods tend to wear dark, nondescript street clothes, along with a variety of masks and hoods. Though at times they are unarmed, most Hoods are equipped with blackjacks, crowbars, and wooden baseball bats, but lack any firearms, compared to the later gangs such as Innocents, War Dogs, or Smileys. The Hoods are rather basic, with no distinct quirks, and despite being the least organized gang in the game, they are just as aggressive as any other hunters. Although the Hoods are working for Lionel Starkweather, many members of the gang appear to be unaware of the danger they are in, being dismissive of Cash, calling him a dog, a junkie, a moron, freak, and chatting noisily about women or cars. They are impatient and easily distracted, tending to patrol their turf alone. The Hoods also tend to be quite cowardly, as seen in Time to Die, and when they're being knocked down by the player, they beg for Cash not to kill them. As stated previously, the Hoods are the first group of hunters Cash faces off against. After Cash is sprung out of an abandoned shop by Starkweather, he makes his way through a desolate street in Carcer Mark, under strict supervision of the director.
These streets are being patrolled by gangs. They're scum, just like you. And they're here to hunt you down and cut you up. I'll try to direct you as best I can, but other than that, you're on your own. It's up to you. Okay, are you ready? Camera, action.
What is this bull?
Butcher him.
He picks off several Hood members, breaks into Carcer Mark Mall, and takes care of the remaining Hoods in the level.
Pile in, boys! I got him!
No.
That's my boy. Get your teeth into them. Okay, there are some more hanging around the exit. Give me some grade A, honest-to-God gore, and you'll be buzzed through the door.
After that, Cash escapes and makes his way through the back alley streets of the Hood's turf, while continuing to kill any and all he comes across.
You're doing fine, Cash, just fine. We're getting some great material here. Keep going. Break him!
Come out, wherever you are.
Way to go. You're getting the hang of this.
Eventually, he would break into a basement and kill the crowbar-wielding Hood in a padded room to finish the scene.
Okay, this is what I like to call a setup. This guy will fight dirty, but once you're through with him, I'll open the next door.
Just keep hitting the bastard!
At this rate, you're gonna massacre the whole gang! I love it!
Cash then makes his way to Carcer City Library, and after breaking into the library's cellar and killing several Hoods, he is picked up by the Cerberus and extracted from the turf.
Beautiful. You're warming up our audience nicely. You're doing great, kid. Grade A stuff. Now, find your way to the cellar door.
The Hoods don't make any more appearances after this, as they have now been all wiped out. However, the Hoods have starring roles in 3 of the 4 bonus scenes.
The lunatics of taken over the asylum, Cash. The only way to reason with these gibbering idiots is with a stick and a gun.
The Smileys are a mentally disturbed gang made up of former inmates of the Darkwoods Penitentiary. After James Earl Cash's execution was faked, they broke free and killed all the guards, taking over the entire asylum. They formed a gang called the Smileys, and were employed by Starkweather for use in his snuff films. Members of the Smileys are typically insane or mentally unstable, and kill Starkweather's runners for their own sick pleasure. They wield a variety of weapons such as meat cleavers, knives, and several firearms, including revolvers and shotguns. They all wear yellow smiley face masks, some covered in blood, and others with "kill" or "please stop me" scrawled messily across them. Smileys are also covered in tattoos, with some seen wearing blouses or garters. They're the last opponents Cash faces off against in the snuff film, before he decides to kill Starkweather. They seem capable of taking basic orders, as they can be seen guarding important locations and being sent to kill Cash on command. They are also some of the toughest adversaries Cash faces off against.
Fuck, gonna finish this!
Lionel Starkweather decided to make them the final hunters in his new movie starring James Earl Cash. After leaving the Carcer Chem factory, James Earl Cash runs into the Darkwoods Penitentiary to face his former fellow inmates, the Smileys.
The senator also visited the Darkwoods Penitentiary, which hosts more than 1,000 inmates from all over the country. The prison's modern facilities include spacious cells for the inmates. The exceptionally well-staffed hospital is equipped for emergencies, as well as routine health checks. Adjacent to row 1, the electric chair room, is where death sentences are carried out.
Right here. Drop him. The lunatics have taken over the asylum, Cash. The only way to reason with these gibbering idiots is with a stick and a gun. I want you to kill the hunter patrolling the tower walkway and bring his body to the guard room.
Big surprise! That's what they said. Big surprise.
My guest of honors.
There's a hunter in the next room through the mesh door. Pack him up and I'll buzz open the next set of doors for you.
Cash kills all the Smileys in his path as he makes his way past the greenhouses and blasts through a wall with the Smileys built to block his path.
Oh, you are!
He kills the Smiley guarding the tower and brings the body to the guard room as instructed.
For bringing his head, I'll leave a gift for you in the next location.
He then continues to kill more of the gang with a hammer and a metal bat before shooting his way past them to the shower block.
Get your funky ass along the walkway and head into the shower block. Get out there. Cut to the chase. Okay, Cash, you performed brilliantly. Don't worry, I've got plenty more Wonderland fun lined up for you. You're my big, ugly Alice, so go on. Follow the White Rabbit.
The Smileys are then used to ambush Cash as the White Rabbit leads him into traps, but they are beaten back by Cash as he plows through them. In a last resort attack, the White Rabbit sends out the remaining Smileys to shoot down Cash, but naturally he manages to kill every last one of them.
You made it! Oh dear, you see, you didn't make it after all!
What can I say? You are a good leading man. The audience will love you. Don't expect any royalty checks for your gold.
The Smileys never appear again after Kill the Rabbit, except in an ending cutscene of the finale.
I feel the wiggling!
The Innocents are a wicked gang of hunters who appear in Manhunt and comprise a coalition of ragtag outcasts. Their ranks are numbered with Latino thugs, cultists, and the mentally disturbed. During the events of Manhunt, Ramirez is seen giving orders to the drunk and high innocents from inside the abandoned Carcer church.
You, get out to the graveyard. You, I want you up there. And I want you to follow him over to the mall.
After Ramirez dispatches the innocents throughout East Los Alpos, Cash raids the abandoned mall, claimed as innocents' turf.
It is your...
You must understand, Cash. I could never let them go. Where were your family when you were facing your final moments in the chamber anyway? You've left your old life, your old self. I'm all the family you need now. I've got a little surprise for you. You look lonely, so I got you some company. Unfortunately, the innocents thought better of it and locked them up. You're gonna have to bust them up.
After escaping from the mall, Cash is forced to escort a tramp through the streets and back alleys of East Los Alpos.
Well, what do you think of your new friend? You look good together, Cash. Really, you do. I'll only open any gates if he's with you, alive and well. Now, get going. Entertain me.
He's just toying with us, I swear. El cabrón is here someplace. I swear. Do yourself a favor. Come out and get it over with.
We've only got so many chumps for you to chew up.
Don't
Make
go
each
running
one
now.
count.
Just stay right where you are. All he wants to do is cower like a baby waiting for his mama. Man, this is spooky. I'm spooked, man. Definitely spooked.
Oh man, you're playing these chumps like a maestro.
Move it.
Come on, you know Daddy would never hurt the apple of his eye. I'm trying to help you, darling, but Daddy needs to know where you were hiding.
I'm not fine, Cash. Where's your hobo buddy? You know the deal, Cash. I open the door when I see your friend. Time for a little overtime. Make your way through the factory. The loading bay's your only way in.
After arriving at a chemical factory, Cash methodically wipes out the last remaining members of the Innocents, and they were never seen again.
Just keep on adding to the body toll. Do your thing. You're really doing it for me. I ain't been this turned on since... Well, let's not go there. I don't think we made too many friends. Hell, I like you. These guys.
Joining all this.
That's my leading man. Attaboy. See you with some beers outside.
Oh, you're... I'm hearing like I'm Okay, let's give Mr. Starkweather a show to remember. Move it!
The Skins are a group of hunters comprised of supremacists and are the second gang James Earl Cash encounters after the Hoods.
These skins are boring me, dumb supremacists always blaming others for their inadequacies. Butcher them, Cash. Cut them up, beat them down, and choke the life out of them.
They patrol their junkyard turf aggressively in small packs and brutally attack trespassers.
Don't mourn this idiot! He let a mongrel get the better of him! Afraid to show yourself? I don't blame you!
The gang members wear traditional supremacist attire, including black t-shirts, camouflage pants, army boots, shaved heads. Many skins also wear hockey masks to intimidate their foes. Some of their masks are painted to resemble the Confederate flag. They also wear clothing and armbands that are covered with mock World War II era symbols.
Careful, there's a bigot guarding the gate. If he sees you, he'll call his cheery buddies.
Skins members can be heard swearing allegiance to the Aryan Brotherhood, spouting off extremist and fundamentalist views, and expressing hatred towards others. Several of the skins talk to themselves about wanting to make their dead fathers proud of them, a dream of theirs that will never come true.
Please tell me!
The skins believe that Cash is mixed race and hunt him aggressively for it, although this may have been a lie told to them by Ramirez or Starkweather to give the racists more motivation to attack Cash.
You gonna hide all night, half-breed? Well, are ya?
Oh, yeah. Oh, das ist gut, ja.
This shit seems content to watch porn and avoid all the action. If he won't switch it off himself, we'll have to do it for him.
Oh, that's just freaking great! The fuse is fried again! It's a sign of the weaker race, an instinct to hide.
The vast majority of skin members are armed with metal baseball bats, though some carry nail guns and knives. Compared to the Hoods whom Cash faced previously, the skins are better equipped and are more willing to work together. However, although ruthless, this gang is still less organized than the Innocents, War Dogs, or Smileys, and are rather cowardly, especially when they're getting beaten or when they're knocked down, often begging Cash not to kill them.
These call themselves the War Dogs, real gung-ho losers. You're gonna have to tool up if you're gonna make it. Take it slow and see what you can take from these guys.
The War Dogs first appear after Cash leaves the junkyard and is apprehended by the Cerberus operatives, who drop him off at the Carcer City Zoo, where he encounters several War Dogs lazily patrolling the ticket booths.
Fall in and listen up. Eddie, it's time to get out there and nail that. War Dogs? Yeah!
Cash makes his way deeper and deeper into the abandoned zoo, fighting off increasingly large numbers of War Dogs. After clearing the area, Cash finds out by Starkweather that the War Dogs have taken 4 members of his family hostage, and he sets out to free them.
Hold up, Cash. You and your family weren't exactly close, am I right? It's just that I thought it would be nice to have a surprise reunion. But these War Dogs didn't see it my way, and they've taken matters into their own hands. They're using them as bait, Cash. Bait. I know. I can hardly believe it myself. Each time they spot you, these War Dogs are going to execute one of your beloved family.
Things go according to plan, and he frees them one by one while killing every war dog in his way.
Get out of here! Run! Go on, run, you idiot! Okay, you're okay. Go!
After liberating all of his family members, he shoots his way through a final wave of war dogs, being picked up by Cerberus yet again.
You just won't die, will you?
The war dogs have their final appearance right after Cash escapes from Darkwoods Penitentiary and finds himself deep inside war dog territory in the Darkwoods district, where he also faces their leader, Ramirez.
Okay, you limp. Let's give Mr. Starkweather a show to remember. Move it!
Ramirez is a character and secondary antagonist in Manhunt. He is a hulking, one-eyed Afro-Latino ex-soldier and the leader of the War Dogs.
Time to get out there and nail that. War dogs? Yeah!
Ramirez can be seen giving orders to various gangs with the game, including the white supremacist group The Skins. He is also Lionel Starkweather's go-to guy.
Ramirez! You let Cash slip his leash. Bring him to heel. Failure isn't an option. Now go.
He is no stranger to have a starring role in Starkweather's productions after previously starring in his own movie, Let's Play Ramirez Says. He makes a number of appearances with the game, including White Trash, Grounds for Assault, View of Innocence, Kill the Rabbit, and Divided They Fall. And his weapons of choice are a sniper rifle and shotgun. Ramirez first appears in White Trash, ordering the Skins to kill Cash.
Okay, you limp. Let's give Mr. Starkweather a show to remember. Move it!
Ramirez then appears again in Grounds for Assault, ordering the War Dogs to kill Cash.
Fall in and listen up. Eddie, it's time to get out there and nail that. War dogs? Yeah!
These call themselves the War Dogs. Real gung-ho losers.
Ramirez also appears in View of Innocence, ordering the innocents around.
You, get out to the graveyard. You, I want you up there. And I want you to follow him over to the mall. Now move.
Cash first directly encounters Ramirez at the War Dogs' apartment in Divided They Fall. Ramirez has orders to make sure that Cash is killed, and by the end of the scene, only one will be left alive.
Where do you think you're going, man? Huh? Huh? You think you're tough? Think you're tough? I'll rip your head off! Don't you want to play anymore? You like hide and seek? You like hide and seek? Well, we're coming for you, asshole. What's the matter, little boy? Ready or not? It's our turn now. Run! Run! You don't find him soon, I'll shoot you myself.
Ramirez is later killed by Cash as he attempts to request reinforcements. He slaughters the rest of the War Dogs in an apartment complex that they had claimed. Although they seem to be wiped out, while Cash is running from the scene, guns can still be heard going off, implying Cash did not completely kill all of the war dogs, unlike all of the other gangs.
Get in, you idiot! Get in!
The Cerberus are a private army hired by Starkweather mainly to protect him and his estate. They also help in the production of his snuff films by setting up cameras, blocking off streets, and transporting inmates such as James Earl Cash from place to place. They later mercilessly hunt for Cash in Starkweather's estate once he survives the Darkwoods Penitentiary, where the snuff film was supposed to end. As befitting their presence late in the game outside of cutscenes, the Cerberus are professionally trained and efficient killers that rarely travel alone. These hunters appear to be from military or high-ranking police backgrounds, as they have great knowledge of military tactics, training, and their use of phrases. They can be heard communicating in code and discussing military tactics in their fight against Cash. Some Cerberus members are also former NSA agents, as explained in the instruction manual, and the experience that those individuals bring to the table is a testament to their overall high levels of professionalism and skill. The Cerberus first appear once Cash has killed off all of the hoods and made it past the Carcer City library, where they ambush him.
Get ready, boys. He's coming.
Cash is startled by this as they quickly beat him down and throw him in the back of their vehicle. They drop him off at Denton's junkyard to fight the Skins, and after the Skins gang have been defeated, the Cerberus captures Cash again and takes him to the Carcer City Zoo to battle the war dogs. After Cash escapes the zoo, the Cerberus drop him off at the Carcer City Mall to collect a videotape and camera.
You just won't fucking die, will you?
And once Cash has killed the innocents at the Carcer City Chem Factory, he tries to run, but is captured once again.
What the
Get
fuck?
the bed. Now. You heard the man.
He is then dragged back to Darkwoods Penitentiary to face the Smileys.
Right here. Drop him.
The lunatics have taken over the asylum, Cash.
Starkweather had intended for Cash to be slayed by the Smileys at the end of the Darkwoods Penitentiary in order to end the snuff film. However, Cash manages to kill them and heads for the exit, where the Cerberus are now guarding.
CCPD! Hold it right there!
Fucking A, we got him. Woohoo! Put your fucking hands up. Shoot that cop killer son of a bitch. Starkweather wants. Maybe today I kill you, maybe not. Kill the camera. Piggsy!
check it out. Maybe it is your day. Shit! What the fuck is that? Support! Repeat! Send it! Oh shit!
Despite Starkweather's orders to keep Cash alive, they're preparing to execute him, but are interrupted by Piggsy. They investigate the disturbance and are subsequently killed by the deranged chainsaw-wielding man, allowing Cash to escape. They then patrol the mansion's outskirts and garden in search of both Piggsy and Cash.
Have you locked the elevator? Nobody gets anywhere near Starkweather. Give me the key. Yes, sir. I want you to go down to the basement and turn off the motor. We can't be safe with these two bastards running around. We're on it, sir.
Many Cerberus guards are killed by the two, and once Cash has reached the interior of the mansion, they shut down the power to the elevators to prevent him or Piggsy from reaching Starkweather. Cash would end up turning the power back on, killing more Cerberus and even the Cerberus leader in order to obtain the key to the elevator. After battling it with Piggsy, Cash would reach the office, where the last remaining Cerberus units are protecting Starkweather. They would soon be killed by Cash, wiped out for good. Gary Schaefer became chief of police at the Carcer City Police Department at an unknown time prior to the events of Manhunt. While in that position, he started to take bribes from Starkweather, and in return gave him unlimited access to large sections of Carcer City in order to create his snuff films.
We've lost.
What? Are you fucking...
Oh, shut up and get some of your boys to take care of it. Don't file the arrest report. Don't kill him either. Send both to me.
Hey, remember who you're talking to, you son of a...
Listen, you fuck, it's your job to clean up the city's mess. That's what you get paid for.
Shit.
2 years prior to the events of Manhunt, he was put on trial for corruption charges, but was found not guilty due to all the witnesses disappearing from the case. Though unconfirmed, it is not unlikely that he had a part to play in that.
There ain't any escaping Carcer City, asshole!
After Cash escapes from Starkweather's trap in the Darkwoods Penitentiary and kills Ramirez, along with his hit squad of war dogs, Schaefer is contacted by Starkweather as a last resort, and is ordered by him to capture Cash and a journalist who had recently been investigating the director's activities. Schaefer dispatches multiple officers and SWAT teams to Central Carcer to apprehend Cash, and has the journalist's apartment raided in an attempt to seize evidence of Starkweather's crimes.
Okay, pull over here.
But it's another block or two to my apartment.
Just shut up and stick with me if you want to stay alive.
My place is upstairs. Here, I got the keys.
Cash escorts the journalist to her apartment, killing many officers along the way.
Everything I need is in that box under the table.
Good. Take it and get out of town.
But you're not coming with me?
I'm going to deal with Starkweather personally. Thank him for my second chance. You're my backup if I don't make it. Have a nice life.
After securing the evidence, he sends her off and fights his way through the SWAT-infested Carcer City subway, and finally shakes the police off at the rail yard.
You'll never get out of that subway alive.
Roger, we're at the station.
This is Charlie Leader. Power has been shut off. Repeat, power is off.
Suspect is believed to be in the area. Approach with extreme caution. He is armed and is considered to be highly dangerous.
CCPD! Hold it right there!
Hey, we got him! Woohoo! Put your hands up! Shoot that cop killer, son of a bitch!
After Starkweather is killed by Cash, the journalist mentions in a report that Schaefer's involvement with Starkweather's snuff film ring had been found out and he was arrested, although his lawyers have stated that he intended to plead not guilty.
Acclaimed movie maker Lionel Starkweather has been found dead today, along with several of his bodyguards, at his estate at the Wapona Hills residential district. In what investigators are calling a bloody vendetta, an unknown assailant infiltrated the compound, killing Starkweather, but more interestingly, leading police to the site of a snuff film ring being run from the estate's confines. Linked to this ring is Carcer City's own police chief, Gary Schaefer, whose lawyer stated that he intends to plead not guilty.
Let's give Mr. Starkweather a show to remember. Move it!
Ramirez is a character and secondary antagonist in Manhunt. He is a hulking, one-eyed Afro-Latino ex-soldier and the leader of the War Dogs.
Time to get out there and nail that bastard. War Dogs? Yeah!
Ramirez can be seen giving orders to various gangs with the game, including the white supremacist group The Skins. He is also Lionel Starkweather's go-to guy.
Ramirez! You let Cash slip his leash. Bring him to heel. Failure isn't an option. Now go.
He is no stranger to have a starring role in Starkweather's productions after previous starring in his own movie, Let's Play Ramirez Says. He makes a number of appearances with the game, including White Trash, Grounds for Assault, View of Innocence, Kill the Rabbit, and Divided They Fall. And his weapons of choice are a sniper rifle and shotgun. Ramirez first appears in White Trash, ordering the Skins to kill Cash.
I'm hearing
Okay, you limp dicks. Let's give Mr. Starkweather a show to remember. Move it!
Ramirez then appears again in Grounds for Assault, ordering the War Dogs to kill Cash.
Fall in and listen up. Eddie, it's time to get out there and nail that bastard. War Dogs? Yeah!
These pricks call themselves the War Dogs. Real dickless, gung-ho losers.
Ramirez also appears in View of Innocence, ordering the innocents around.
You, get out to the graveyard. You, I want you up there. And I want you to follow him over to the mall. Now fucking move!
Cash first directly encounters Ramirez at the War Dogs' apartment in Divided They Fall. Ramirez has orders to make sure that Cash is killed, and by the end of the scene, only one will be left alive.
Where do you think you're going, man? Huh? Huh? You think you're tough? Think you're tough? I'll rip your fucking head off! Don't you want to play anymore? You like hide and seek? You like hide and fucking seek? Well, we're coming for you, asshole.
What's the matter, little boy?
Ready or not?
It's our turn now.
Run! Run! You don't find him soon, I'll shoot you myself.
Ramirez is later killed by Cash as he attempts to request reinforcements.
You're my big, ugly Alice, so go on, follow the White Rabbit.
The White Rabbit is a nickname given to a man who is dressed up in a bunny suit and who is a recurring star in Starkweather snuff films. The White Rabbit's specialty seems to be luring people into traps for them to be ambushed and killed. Going by his dialogue, the White Rabbit may not be insane. Lines such as,
"This wasn't the deal!
This wasn't the deal!
Could mean the Starkweather intended the White Rabbit to be kept alive. The White Rabbit tends to act very cocky and taunts Cash frequently.
You made it! Oh, dear, you see, you didn't make it after all!
However, he gets very scared when Cash goes after him.
You're supposed to be dead! Oh, fuck! He's after my freaking...
If Cash surprises him by aiming a gun at him, he will put his hands up and surrender. He does try to defend himself when he is carrying a gun. In the events of Manhunt, as James Earl Cash nears the end of his time as a snuff film star, the White Rabbit shows up, and Cash is instructed to follow him. The Rabbit leads Cash into several traps where Cash gets ambushed by Smileys. He then continues to follow the Rabbit into a workshop room where Starkweather's plan to let Cash die.
What can I say? You are a good leading man. The audience will love you. Don't expect any royalty checks where you're going.
The Rabbit is shocked to see Cash still alive, thus the Rabbit runs away again, and Cash pursues him.
Oh, fuck! He's after my freaking...
Outside, 3 Cerberus guards are seen patrolling the guard tower, where the White Rabbit himself hides. Up there, the Rabbit has armed himself with a shotgun, and is accompanied by a Cerberus guard carrying a sniper rifle. Cash finally kills the White Rabbit, and takes the key he was holding to exit the prison. In the advance of Manhunt 2, during Broadcast Interrupted inside the TVMK studio, an actor dressed up in the same suit as the White Rabbit can be seen hanging from a microphone cable in front of the Frankie and Freaks decor.
The Cerberus leader is a major character and antagonist in Manhunt, the head of Lionel Starkweather's personal security unit, the Cerberus.
Get ready, boys. He's coming.
The Cerberus leader makes his first appearance in the ending cutscene of Road to Ruin. At various points in the game, he still makes his appearances, transporting Cash to several locations, as ordered by Starkweather. In the opening cutscene of Key Personnel, he's seen taking the elevator key from a Cerberus member.
Have you locked the elevator? Nobody gets anywhere near Starkweather. Give me the key. Yes, sir. I want you to go down to the basement and turn off the motor. We can't be safe with these 2 bastards running around. We're on it, sir.
In this mission, the Cerberus leader is fought not only as a hunter, like his men, but as a boss, and therefore the player must kill him to complete the level. The Cerberus leader with many of his men are all ultimately killed by Cash himself, while trying to hunt and kill Cash and Piggsy.
Piggsy is a deranged cannibalistic mass murderer who wears a skinned pig's head over his face and slaughters his victims with a chainsaw. Appearing to be an obese middle-aged man, he is also completely inhuman in behavior and has lost all connection with reality. His mental state has degraded into an animalistic and childlike state, as he seems to only be capable of speaking a few basic words or mimicking a pig's grunts and squeals. He is a remorseless killer, butchering all those who come across his path with his chainsaw. Because of this, Piggsy became Starkweather's star performer in his snuff films. The director kept him chained and locked up in an abandoned attic on his estate, and fed him human flesh, which was delivered to him by Cerberus guards. Despite the fact that they were cold-blooded professional killers, the Cerberus operatives treated him with both genuine fear and disgust. He is the final adversary Cash faces off against in the story, and is a deadly opponent. Sometime before the events of Manhunt, Piggsy was enlisted by Starkweather to perform in a snuff movie ring. It is commonly believed that Piggsy was James Earl Cash's predecessor, but he became insane due to the violence, and he was seen as a weak yet entertaining person to use. He had a long and successful career in the Starkweather Company, releasing such movies as Piggsy's Greatest Hits and Piggsy's Bloopers. Sometime after these films were produced, Starkweather locked Piggsy away in an attic on his estate before employing James Earl Cash. While locked away in the attic of the estate, Cerberus guards are seen feeding Piggsy human remains. Piggsy eventually confronts Cash and ambushes him in an elevator. Cash escapes the elevator and finds himself in the abandoned attic of the estate, with Piggsy hot on his trail. They hunt for each other in the attic until Cash is able to cripple Piggsy with 2 glass shards and a wooden spike. Piggsy, wounded and scared for his life, retreats to his lair. Cash follows in pursuit. He chases Cash to the top of the estate's spiraling staircase, just outside of Starkweather's room, and confronts Cash for the final time.
Piggsy's angry. Pigsy's home. Pigsy's gonna
Hey, tough guy, wake up. You're not dead. Well, not yet, anyway.
Lionel Starkweather, also known as the director, is a major character and the main antagonist of Rockstar Games' Manhunt.
Now only you can hear me, and that's the way you're gonna want it, because I'm your only way out of here.
The twisted mastermind behind the whole scenario, the director communicates to James Earl Cash through an earpiece until Cash kills the White Rabbit. He tells Cash where to go, and sometimes gives instructions on performing certain special tasks.
There's a nail gun in that trailer, if you can stand the smell.
Starkweather's personality is ultimately that of a perverted and immature psychopath who is utterly devoid of any form of moral compass, empathy, or remorse. He is very impatient and shows absolutely no regards towards anyone's death. He gets very excited after Cash kills a hunter, and becomes annoyed to the point of throwing childish tantrums if Cash waits around too long.
Move, you hairy ass!
He is also shown to be manipulative and dishonest, as Starkweather promised to release Cash if he participated in his snuff films. However, in reality, he was planning to have Cash murdered by the Smileys. Another example is after Cash rescues his family members, Starkweather heartlessly orders the Innocents to execute one of his relatives.
You must understand, Cash. I could never let them go. Where were your family when you were facing your final moments in the chamber anyway? You've left your old life, your old self behind. I'm all the family you need now.
Starkweather is not only motivated by his sadistic and hedonistic impulses, but his own psychotic beliefs as well. Although he's producing snuff films for the black market, Starkweather still views himself as a great director and artist. Many of his quotes praising Cash's executions revolve around a delusional belief that he will make him a star, and bragging that Cash will turn the slash world on its head. Despite all the countless indirect murders he's committed, Starkweather ultimately proves himself to be a coward. He relies on Ramirez or the Cerberus into doing his dirty work for him, while hiding in a secure mansion. When Starkweather is confronted by Cash at the end of Manhunt, he attempts to kill him with a revolver. However, Starkweather resorts to running away and futilely attempts to negotiate with Cash into sparing his life after he runs out of ammo.
Cash, I made you!
Although the director seems to hold all the hunters he employs in low regard and regularly insults them, he seems to reserve particular disdain for the skins. He appears to be disgusted with their overt racism, referring to them as dumbass supremacists, stating they are always blaming others for their inadequacies.
These skins are boring me, dumbass supremacist bastards, always blaming others for their inadequacies. Butcher them, Cash! Cut them up! Beat them down and choke the fucking life out of them!
Lionel Starkweather was once a successful Vinewood film director until his movie started to flop badly and his career was finished. Later, he moved to Carcer City and developed an obsession towards morbid acts of violence. Soon, Starkweather began producing underground pornography and snuff films, which he sold to certain Japanese businessmen. His newfound success made Starkweather very rich, allowing him to open an illegal company named Valiant Video Enterprises. Eventually, Starkweather began working with various criminals and hired local psychopaths, including Ramirez, to serve him. Starkweather also employed a group of mercenaries known as the Cerberus to serve as his personal bodyguards. At some point, Starkweather exacted his revenge on those who ruined his career by filming their murders in a video collection he entitled Director's Cut. Starkweather began paying off the CCPD police chief Gary Schaefer, allowing him absolute control over Carcer City and all the gangs participating in his snuff films. At one point, he purchased a mansion, which was designed by the Las Venturas Planning Department and built in Wapona Hills. With all this power, Starkweather remained isolated in his mansion, watching everything through security cameras and paying people to do all his dirty work.
Hey, tough guy, wake up. You're not dead. Well, not yet, anyway.
At some point, a journalist discovered Starkweather's snuff film ring and began gathering evidence against him. Meanwhile, Starkweather found out about James Earl Cash and decided to direct a movie starring him. In doing so, he bribes the police and prison officials into releasing Cash from death row.
You're getting a second chance. Another throw of the dice. As far as the world is concerned, you died back in the chamber. Justice was served. James Earl Cash is rotting in hell. Hey, get a grip and calm down. You're probably suffering from shock, and I'm here to help. Pick up the earrings. Put it on. Go on.
That's better. Now only you can hear me. And that's the way you're gonna want it, because I'm your only way out of here.
Cash is given an earpiece so Starkweather can talk to him and instructs him to perform various tasks, while Starkweather watches and films it through security cameras. He also has many sections of the city blocked off by electric fences, which he can open once Cash has completed the task. He has the Cerberus transport Cash to each location, while Ramirez organizes the hunters.
Now fucking move!
Hold up, Cash. You and your family weren't exactly close, am I right? It's just that I thought it would be nice to have a surprise reunion. But these war dogs didn't see it my way, and they've taken matters into their own hands. They're using them as bait, Cash. Bait! I know! I can hardly believe it myself. Each time they spot you, these war dogs are going to execute one of your beloved family.
He soon has Cash's family kidnapped for him to rescue. Regardless of doing so, Starkweather still has at least one of Cash's family members killed anyway, and shows the footage to Cash, enraging him.
Where were your family when you were facing your final moments in the chamber anyway?
Nearing the end of the film, Cash is set to die, but he manages to fight back and escapes. Starkweather even orders Ramirez to stop Cash, but Ramirez himself is ultimately killed. He then, as the corrupt police chief Gary Schaefer, sends police forces after Cash and the journalist. Cash soon breaks into Starkweather's estate and kills the Cerberus guarding the compound. After an intense fight with Piggsy, Cash grabs Piggsy's chainsaw and enters Starkweather's office as he attempts to defend himself with a revolver, but fails. Starkweather pleads for his life and tells Cash, "I made you." Cash finally brutally murders him with the chainsaw, disemboweling him before sinking it into his head.
Cash, I made you!
That is everything we know about the director Lionel Starkweather in Rockstar Games Manhunt. If you want more Manhunt lore, remember to like and subscribe, and join the Discord server to have fun with the community. Thank you for watching.
Acclaimed movie maker Lionel Starkweather has been found dead today, along with several of his bodyguards, at his estate at the Wapona Hills residential district. In what investigators are calling a bloody vendetta, an unknown assailant infiltrated the compound, killing Starkweather, but more interestingly, leading police to the site of a snuff film ring being run from the estate's confines. Linked to this ring is Carcer City's own police chief, Gary Schaefer, whose lawyer stated that he intends to plead not guilty.
Mr. Nasty is the name given to a mysterious unseen character mentioned in the Valiant Video Enterprise Winter Spring Catalog, which is the instruction manual for Manhunt. Mr. Nasty is the anonymous face of Starkweather's film business, and is believed to be the main villain behind the game's events. Although he's only mentioned and pictured in the game's instruction manual, Mr. Nasty is the financial backer and producer of the snuff film ring, under Valiant Video Enterprises. He sells all manner of things, from gimp masks to snuff movies from the hunts. In the game manual, references to Mr. Nasty are accompanied by a picture of a man in a Skins hockey mask who appears in the game's cover art. Though it's unknown if this is actually him or not, it's safe to assume. The fate of Mr. Nasty is left ambiguous, while the manual and website show the snuff ring is active and thriving. With the death of Starkweather and the outing of Gary Schaefer, it seems as though Mr. Nasty was caught and prosecuted, while the snuff empire collapsed. However, it's equally as likely that Mr. Nasty was able to escape public scrutiny and continue his criminal activities. Ultimately, we don't know much about Mr. Nasty, but this has been everything we do know.
The senator also visited the Darkwoods Penitentiary, which hosts more than 1,000 inmates from all over the country. The prison's modern facilities include spacious cells for the inmates. The exceptionally well-staffed hospital is equipped for emergencies, as well as routine health checks. Adjacent to Row 1, the electric chair room is where death sentences are carried out.
Darkwoods Penitentiary is a large prison located in the Darkwoods district of Carcer City, specifically created for holding violent and deranged criminals from across the country. This facility housed a large number of mentally ill individuals who would later form the gang, the Smileys, after the prison's overthrow.
The lunatics have taken over the asylum, Cash. The only way to reason with these gibbering idiots is with a stick and a gun.
Appearance-wise, the Darkwoods Penitentiary's exterior is similar to the real-life Ohio and Pennsylvania state penitentiaries, the latter of which retired in 1971. Darkwoods was a prison holding over 1,000 inmates from all over America, mostly murderers and the criminally insane. The prison also carried out death sentences in the form of the electric chair and lethal injection. However, the staff began taking bribes from Lionel Starkweather to use inmates in his snuff films.
Hey, tough guy, wake up. You're not dead. Well, not yet, anyway. You're getting a second chance. Another throw of the dice. As far as the world is concerned, you died back in the chamber. Justice was served. James Earl Cash is rotting in hell.
In the year 2000, James Earl Cash was imprisoned here and sentenced to death, and his execution took place 3 years later in 2003. However, as he was supposed to be executed by lethal injection, Starkweather bribed the staff to simply sedate him in order to let him loose, with the public believing him to be dead.
Hey, get a grip, friend, calm down. You're probably suffering from shock, and I'm here to help. Pick up the earrings. Go on.
That's better. Now only you can hear me. And that's the way you're gonna want it, because I'm your only way out of here. Hey, easy. Look, you've had an unexpected reprieve. Do exactly as I say, and I promise this will be over before the night is out.
Cash is set loose on a massive killing spree under orders of Starkweather. Meanwhile, the other inmates in the asylum broke free and killed all of the prison guards.
The lunatics have taken over the asylum, Cash. The only way to reason with these gibbering idiots is with a stick and a gun. I want you to kill the hunter patrolling the tower walkway and bring his body to the guard room.
They form a dangerous gang, calling themselves the Smileys, before eventually taking over and vandalizing the prison. Many bloodstains and graffiti texts can be found on the walls. Dead bodies, possibly orderlies or different inmates, can be spotted hanging from the ceilings. After eliminating various gangs throughout Carcer City, Starkweather eventually orders the Cerberus to bring Cash back home, now that the prison is under complete control of the Smileys, the final hunters of his snuff film. Starkweather first orders Cash to kill a certain Smiley patrolling the tower walkway, then bring his body to the prison's guard room.
Sometimes I wonder why I fight all these ungrateful idiots at all.
For bringing his head, I'll leave a gift for you in the next location.
Next, Cash finds himself in a cell block where he is forced to perform some violent and gruesome executions using a hammer and a metal baseball bat.
Monkey see, monkey kill. That's your motivations for the next scenes. You're killing to entertain, so take your time and play to the camera.
Shed your skin and slip into the deep water. You can't wear it forever.
Fog angry.
Then Cash fights his way up along the upper walkways into the shower block, killing many Smileys along the way.
Here's your reward for being such a good head collector.
Everybody, listen.
Okay, Cash, you performed brilliantly. Don't worry, I've got plenty more Wonderland fun lined up for you. You're my big, ugly Alice, so go on, follow the White Rabbit.
Cash then runs into the White Rabbit, a man dressed in a bunny suit. Starkweather orders Cash to follow him, and so the rabbit leads him into many traps where the Smileys ambush him, but Cash ends up killing each and every one of them.
Get rid of the pink dress freak and get up to the watchroom. Mr. Rabbit has left you a gift.
Aperitif, anyone?
Eventually, Cash reaches a workshop room where Starkweather finally finishes filming Cash for his snuff film. He says the audience will love him, and ultimately betrays him.
You made it! Oh dear, you see, you didn't make it after all!
What can I say? You are a good leading man. The audience will love you. Don't expect any royalty checks where you're going.
The White Rabbit is led outside, and Starkweather orders the remaining Smileys to kill Cash. Cash, however, fights back and finishes off the gang entirely, then heads outside.
You're supposed to be dead! Oh, fuck! He's after my freaking key!
The White Rabbit is shocked to see Cash is still alive, and attempts to make a run for it, hiding himself in a guard tower, armed with a shotgun. Meanwhile, the Cerberus have arrived to stop Cash in his tracks. Cash fights his way through the Cerberus, up to the guard tower, killing the White Rabbit, and taking the prison key he was holding.
This wasn't the deal!
More Cerberus come to assist, but Cash kills all of them, and finally uses the key to leave the Darkwoods Penitentiary, once and for all, now escaping his death sentence for a second time. That has been all we know about the Darkwoods Penitentiary in Manhunt.
Listen up, perverts! If you want to taste the real hardcore, enter the dungeon!
The Perves are a gang made up of sexual deviants, sadistic perverts, and pedophiles. that appear in Manhunt 2.
The Perves run this club. They're pure sleaze. Guys come in expecting a blow-they-go-out Project Zombies. They'd rip your head off in a heartbeat.
They're a gang whose primary role in the project is recruiting ideal test subjects from the red light district, especially their underground club.
Please don't do this! Oh, please! Oh, please! You don't want to do this! Oh, please, don't, please!
Since the early days of the project, the gang has come into its own as an autonomous underground society that pursues extreme hedonistic experiences, which include various illegal and combative events, including cannibalism,
That cannibal shit? I was kidding!
torture,
You don't want to do this!
and other taboos. They're made up of hardcore sexual deviants, psychopathic perverts, snuff enjoyers, and predators, all motivated by the thrill of the hunt and the potential for violent sexual release. They're a vicious gang who have no boundaries or standards and would rather taunt, intimidate, and torture their prey than just flat out kill them. Unlike other gangs, they lack any sort of military or combat experience, but make up for it with an enthusiasm for sheer sadism and perverse cruelty. The gang's minor businesses are snuff films and a porn shop named the Velvet Glove, with the gang being found in the red light district in Cottonmouth. Truly, the Perves are one of the most sadistic groups of hunters in Manhunt.